It's Eyewitness Report on Channels TV. Here, our stories are as generated by you, the viewer, who take time out to send in pictures and videos of events around you. Today, we feature a story of a collapsed building in Anambra State, from where we should return to Lagos to feel the pulse of motorists who ply the Iju-Ajunwa road, especially after a recent downpour wreaked havoc in that area. Finally, an ongoing market construction in Egbe Idumu LCDA appears to be generating some tunes a few people are not willing to dance to. These and more on Eyewitness Report. I'm Chris Elems. Our first story today takes us to Anambra State, Okopoli precisely, where we got this photo of a collapsed building under construction sent in by Umeaziako Collins. Luckily, no one was hurt, but the purpose of that building has been defeated. We present you our report. This is what remains of a privately owned hostel building still under construction in Oko Polytechnic after a heavy downpour. The three-story building was meant to accommodate about 100 students when completed, but right now it's been reduced to rubble. The heap of the wreckage spoke volume of the standard of materials used, which shows poor mixture quality and inadequate enforcement. The Governor, Willie Obiano, visited the site for an on-the-spot assessment of the collapse and was given an insight into the incident by the State Commissioner for Works, Lawrence Chiwumba.
Most of the students that evacuated are taking shelter at the back.
No casualties so far.
Well, we cannot say for safety, Your Excellency, because there were three people here. One of them jumped out. We saw him this morning, but he was so shaky. He's under shock, and he's in the medical center now.
The rector of the school, Professor Godwin Onu, also gave an account of what happened.
This is a private hostel. It's not. It doesn't belong to school, but our students, they are being built for our students, and students are living in these two buildings, the ones surrounding it. And when upon further inquiry, we find out that about 3 of them were here. One went out to buy something when this thing collapsed. Or 4 of them, the other one jumped out. The remaining 2 or 3, we don't know what happened to them. So we are suspecting that there may still be people trapped here. And we eventually got the one that jumped out. We are very happy you responded quickly. It shows the human nature of our governor, and you can see that our students are very happy.
The obviously displeased governor expressed disappointment at the quality of materials employed for the work, with a promise to deal with those found culpable of cutting corners.
If you look at this, it looks rubbles already, looking as if the materials are not as strong as they should be. I don't know that yet until I get a report. And contractors are supposed to comply with the dictates of this arm set up to ensure that we don't have this kind of building collapse. So these guys will go into this, and if we find that this contractor here did not obey the rules, we are going to prosecute him because it's unacceptable. Himself and the principal that they're working for. If they cut corners to be able to put up a structure like this, then we are going to deal with them very decisively. Your safety is also very important to me, so we want to make sure that even the existing ones are tested to confirm that you can stay there. If not, we may have to evacuate you and pull them down.
In 2014, several building collapse witnessed in the state compelled the governor to set up a material and quality testing laboratory department in the Ministry of Work, with a marching order that buildings above a bungalow must follow certain procedures, which include raw material testing. One can only wonder how much of compliance has been recorded here, as more buildings are still under construction all over the area. Next, we visit Ijuajuwon Road in Lagos, where a recent downpour fell a pole and also caused some hardship to users of the road. Now, this photo sent in by Chinelo DK gave us that lead. On our visit to Ijuajuwon Road, men of the Public Works Corporation were on ground working on the affected spot. They have diverted the flood water which passes this drain, though not very heavy, since there had been no rain since the last one, which wreaked havoc here. But drainage appears too small for the volume of water that usually flow through this path. This often leads to a spillover and gradual eroding of the road. This road plays an important role to residents of Ogun and Lagos State. It's always very busy but quite narrow, and as work is ongoing, the sand excavated from the drainage made it even narrower, prompting motorists to make a diversion into Greyland Estate. One of the residents here says the government should seek permanent solution to the issue here rather than palliatives they often embark on.
This road always happens like this. At least the government had always tried. But what we think that if they can do a managed solution for it, because they normally repair this road at least 2 times in a year. The drainage is not big enough. They said that the erosion that's passing here is coming from far away. Some erosion is coming from Akuti. And then if you see from here to Akute, it's long, but there's no any other way for erosion to pass. It's only this place that they are coming. That's why I said, if it can be enough, and then it will be the left and right, and then it will be more easier more than this.
Those who suffer most here are the motorists, who sometimes wait for hours on ending just to make a few meters journey, especially during the rush hour.
For me, this is an abdication of responsibility by the government, and I feel that a government ordinarily should be responsible to the people. And for a government to see a thing like this happen, because every now and then, what you find is trailers breaking down and then the road is completely blocked and people are not able to go or come through this road. And for us, it's a nightmare. So we feel that the government should come to the aid of the people, because now we are becoming our own government. We are taking responsibility for practically everything, and that is not good enough for us. We feel that this is government's responsibility, but sometimes what you get to hear is the boundary town between Lagos and Ogun. So we don't even know whether it's a Lagos state government responsibility or it's an Ogun state government thing. But for us, really, honestly, I don't care whether it's Lagos or it's Ogun. The important thing is let the road be done and let the people be able to go out. Sometimes you have meetings, you have engagements and stuff, and you're not able to go out because you are held up in this traffic that never ends. So I hope with what they are trying to do now, this will alleviate that suffering for the people.
As for this tricycle operator, whatever is needed to be done to make plying this route easy should be done quickly.
We have been facing a lot of big problems in this road, and many tankers have been falling. When they fall down, so it's very difficult for us to pass here. So we need government to do something. What I want them to do for us is that they should widen the road and repair the road properly. You understand? So even many government that have been passing here, those people that said that they are government, that's why we know that we are government. But the hell they are passing here, they don't want to do something. But at this time, by the grace of God, We want them to do something about this road.
Good enough work is currently ongoing to fix the damage done by the flood, which also affected this pool. But beyond these remedial efforts, our road and drainage expansion project appears to be the way out. And as such, Lagos and Ogun State government will need to pool resources together to save users of the routes, the trauma associated with it.